Hello and welcome, this is Nuclear Rabbit and today I am going to be playing a Hydra source again. So for this run I decided to start off by farming some Recognition and just getting some levels. I'm using Charge Bolt to get through normal, it's just the fastest way to do it, not the safest but the fastest. Anyway, this is just players 8 Recognition and yeah, it's, as you can tell, he's hitting hard. Recognition is a fight that a lot of people just vastly underestimate. It's a pretty hard fight. And after a few levels of that, I decide to move along and go to the Black Marsh. But first I'm being stopped by these assholes. But then I finally get to go farm the Countess and almost die in the process. Anyway, we get an Adrune, wrong language. And a tail rune for a stealth, but I'll make that later. And then I find my favorite item in the game. It's a Blood Crescent Scimitar, and this is just the first unique that I ever found. I was playing a Zealot in my first playthrough ever, and I used that puppy all the way up to like Diablo Nightmare or something like that. Like, I used it a long time. After Ontario we go to Radamant. Ooh, yeah, static is broken. If you're ever playing a build like this, just put a ton of points into static. Level 18 now, I get to teleport, and this time I promised myself I'd be safer, so I will not be doing this. And this. And this. I'm not doing it. No. I even forgot to make the stealth, so now I get even more faster cast rate, and that brings me to Fang Skin. I'm just doing my usual groceries in Act 2, so Cold Swarm needs to die as well. Well, he doesn't need to, you can skip him, but I like killing him. And after that we go to Duriel, who is also just easily static to do. And then I just need to Nova him a few times. Nova is really powerful in the early game. And then we head up to Act 3, where I find my first like real piece of equipment, a Berserker's headgear. It's a 25 fire resist helmet, which is just powerful. Like, look at Nova go. Nova's so powerful. And static as well. Static is so bonkers. Anyway, we pick up Kalim's eye and then we go to the witch doctor and try and steal some stuff from him as well. Kalim's brain and up to the council. So yeah, I'm doing this run because I died on my first attempt and I am really bothered by it. I can't stand that I died on one of the best builds in the game. This is just how long the Durance takes me. I said I wouldn't teleport, so that's not me just teleporting around easily. And you can already tell by the way I'm playing this, I'm playing very greedily, so Mephisto dies because static is bonkers. And I farm up to level 24 and then I go to Isual. I just farm in the Ruined Temple. I just always farm to level 24, 25-ish there, just to make sure that I can keep getting experience. If you get to Act 5 below level like 24, 25, you won't get experience, or very little. Clear the Hellforge, where we get a, what did we get again? A Ral rune, just always nice. Can make a tier Ral, fire resist always very important as well. Now we move along where I almost die again in the Chaos Sanctuary, and also who the fuck designed that so you can get them spawning there? It's so dangerous. I mean, Lord the South was already one of the more dangerous enemies. Size, by the way, not South. He was already one of the more dangerous enemies, and yeah, just getting him that close is so unbelievably risky. Like, if you're playing online and have a bit of a lag or something, you're just dead. Not that I'm ever playing online again. Anyway, here's the Diablo fight. It's always a hard fight, even with the Sorceress. But static does help. This fight very much about just picking your spot and finding out where you can Nova. But I do end up getting him, and then I just farm myself up to level 30 on Eldritch. And I finally get into the Hydras. And the Frozen Orb. I'm really just doing the same build as I did last time. I just want to beat it this time. So yeah, this is what it's looking like right now. And yeah, this is me definitely playing safe. Just lots of playing safe going on around here. Like taking it slow, taking my time, just being careful, not rushing at all. No, 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 none of that, none of that. Yeah, there's just none of that. So this is me saving Anya. And as you can tell already, like there's a lot of kiting going on, and the Hydras aren't doing a lot of damage. That's because I'm totally not playing way too fast and greedy and didn't forget to make my leaf staff at all. Totally didn't forget. We're off to the Ancients, who are just very easily gonna die. The combination of Static and Hydra just murders them on normal. So here's the Lister fight. But yeah, Frozen Orb very powerful. Frozen Orb actually better than Hydra in the early game. Like you can get to Act 5 Nightmare using Frozen Orb a lot easier than using Hydra. But it's a Hydra source, so I wanted to do that. And up to the Baal fight we go. And Baal is also just static. Also, I almost die again. Like I had so many close calls this run. We go ahead and static Baal a bunch. Need to get really close for it though. And then the Hydras and the Orb clear it off. Which brings us to the cow level. Because I need a spirit and I need a base for a spirit. I end up finding a crystal sword, which is perfect. That's also me playing safe. Oh yeah, I kill the Cow King out of sheer principle. For his manly milk. Anyway, 4-socket crystal sword, time to put in a spirit. With that we are off to the counters on Nightmare. So end up making an Ancient Pledge for some resistances. I thought about farming for a Shell rune as well, but I need the resist and I don't care about cannot be frozen on this character at all. So after that I go to the smith, get the hammer. My imbue was bad, I imbued a circlet, it was bad. And then we go to Andariel. Who is just... Andariel on every difficulty has very low fire resist, so if you ever want a farming build for Andariel, make a fire character. Or a Hammerden. You can always just use a Hammerden. Okay, so after Radamant and the Book of Skill, we go and get into everyone's favorite place, the Maggot Lair, where this build actually does really fine. Like everything is lined up perfectly, so they all walk straight into your Hydra balls. It's great. Then I clear the rest of the stuff for Act 2. So here's the amulet again. And here's Duriel, and this time I can't static him to 1 HP, so I need to like actually do some kiting and stuff. But yeah, this is really greedy how I'm doing this. Just running around, hoping it goes well, not bringing a mercenary. So I decided to get some thawing pots. Thawing pots just make your cold resist better, which is nice. And even though the mercenary died in just a few seconds, that was long enough for me to cast the Hydras, which is all he needs to do. Like you're basically trading gold for safety with a mercenary, and it's... yeah, you should just do that. Like what I'm doing here, don't. This is just the greediest playing ever. And it's gonna get worse. Anyway, we make our way to Act 3 where there are souls. But I teleport past them anyway because I went from the Cursed Docks to Travancore, just sorceress things, you know. So I end up teleporting back to the Spider Cavern, getting some eye. And then I just decide to clear the council, and the council is actually a really hard fight because I'm very under level at this point. I'm also not very tanky, and I don't deal that much damage, so I'm kind of I'm kind of greeding it up over here. I mean, you're a sorceress, you're kind of supposed to do that, but this is very glass cannon, even for a sorceress. So yeah, I decided to go back, get to the well, and just slowly clean them out. This is how you should be playing this character, by the way. Like, don't do the shit I was doing earlier, do this. Teleport or Hydra, and just take your time. And then I'm just luring out the rest of them. The annoying part of the council is you can't tell which Hydras are whose, so... yeah, just pretty dangerous all in all. As you can tell, this fight's taking forever. But it's a safe fight the way I'm doing it, but it's a very slow fight. So bring back the mercenary as well. And then we had to Mephisto, who at this point my memory just kicked in, like muscle memory kicked in, and I just... yeah, this is how I've been farming Mephisto for 20 years, so just... this is how it's done. And this is how it isn't done, just kind of greedy teleporting around here. I'm just looking for Israel at this point, and I'm, yeah, totally clearing out all the souls, taking my time. Stuff, do as I say, not as I do, is what I'm gonna say here. Because this is really greedy. Like, all of this is so greedy. I'm very low level at this point. I believe at Israel I was like level 38 or something, level 39 perhaps. Like, I'm speedrun levels low at this point. And I have no equipment. Like, I have an Ancient's Pledge and a Spirit and a Dream. That's basically it. I'm gonna do safe hardcore runs. This is not the way. Anyway, yeah, look, Israel even 3-shots me if I'm not careful. So anyway, I kill Israel and I get to the Mephisto dude. Who will very easily die. Like, this is how it's done. But yeah, I can definitely tell, like, when I play a Sorceress that I just want to go fast, you know. Like, my speedrun instincts kick in. I get a Soul Rune, by the way. And this is how you should teleport through the game. Like, this is a very safe way of teleporting. This is how you should do it. So, I mainly wanted to include an example of, like, how it should be done. So anyway, here's Lord the Size again. And yeah, this is just safe play, solid play. I'm very happy with how I played this. Just safe, solid, taking my time instead of that greedy bullshit that I was doing earlier. Anyway, here's Diablo. I should have just stood next to him. I don't know why I didn't. I just wasn't in the mood or something. I don't know. It would be much better to just stand right next to him, static him, and then use the Hydras and stuff. At this point I have 600 HP, I'm at the end of Nightmare, I'm basically empty on equipment. Like, I have a Berserker's helm, yay, and a Spirit, it's pretty good. I don't believe I have any boots, rings, belts, gloves, amulets. I have a stealth. But yeah, just not that much happening in the gear department, so I end up just playing it safe again in Act 5 Nightmare. So this is not me teleporting around really fast. Yeah, I'm level 42 at this point and I'm in Act 5 Nightmare. And it's way too low. Like, usually I'm like level 50, 55 here if I'm taking it safe. In the speedrun you're even lower than this. In the speedrun you're gonna be like level 38, 39 here, but yeah, it's not great because I died. I'm just too low level, I'm too risky, and yeah, it all just went to shit basically. I just needed to be safer and take my time. So that's the second time I failed the Hydra Sorceress, and thank you for watching, see you in the next one, bye bye.